Hey, all right. Hey, this is Paul Skinner here for my sixth show. I'm glad you got to see me, but I'm gladder I got to see you. I'm going to try to do more material, a little bit more material today. I'll first start off with when I was in high school. I thought when I get out of high school, maybe I'd want to take a psychology course because I was always interested in how situations and the environment affects people's, thoughts and beliefs and stuff. Well, the first day I got in, I signed up for a class called Paranoia 101. Well, I got there, the first day, and I noticed I was the only one that was in the class, which I thought was kind of strange. Then all of a sudden, a guy came in. He had cracked glasses, smoking profusely. He had his shirt unbuttoned all the way down to his dick, which I thought was really strange. And he says, "What's your name, sir?" I said, "My name's Paul Skinner. This is my first day of class here." He said, "Oh, it's you. It's you." He says, "You've been following me all the way here to Parkland, haven't you? Haven't you, Paul?" And he goes, and he was kind of staggering around the class, and he goes, you know what I'm thinking and what I'm feeling, don't you? Don't you, Paul?" I go, "Hey, calm down, Leaf. This is my first day." And he started chasing me around the room. I was like, "Ugh!" And then he got a hold of me, and he was banging my head. He says, "Look who's chasing who now? Look who's chasing who now?" And I'm like, "Oh," I said, "He did write one thing on the board." He says, "What is paranoia?" I go, "Well, that would have to be you, Leaf, wouldn't it?" But at the end of the class, he throws out his briefcase and he stammers out of the room. I said, "Boy, I'm going to complain about this dude. His behavior." So I went to the psychology department to complain about Leaf's odd behavior, and unfortunately, they were gone too that day. But I was done with psychology in general after that harrowing experience. But I don't know. Parkland used to be, it seemed like in the 80s and 90s, such a positive, institution. They would have mottos like "Your success matters," "Higher education, yeah, good," and it was like "Perseverance pays off." And lately, I know I went to Parkland and graduated and got a degree or two, but it's just, I think it's went downhill because I looked in the brochure. And the president message, she had like a cigarette hanging out of her mouth, and the motto was, "Take a class, dumbass. You don't have nothing else to do." I'm like, it just went downhill is what it went. But that's not what I came here to talk about today. But strange things have been happening to me, walking, in the community and stuff. And I was down at the IT Illinois terminal the other day, and this guy had chained himself in the back of the Illinois terminal and chanting stuff like, "I'm not leaving here till I get some answers. I'm not leaving here till I get some answers." But finally, the Champaign Police Department cut the lock and, set me free. That's an inside joke. But I'm going to, this is bit number 3. Back in the 80s, I used to MC rock concerts and stuff. And it was out in California. I was emceeing Poison, who was going to do, very popular band, who was going to do the performance at Hollywood Bowl, and the backup was going to be Bon Jovi. Well, I was in the backstage area, you know, and these couple of really gorgeous-looking women were back on the bed, back relaxing, and they said, and the phone rang, and I'm like, I answer it, and they go, "Who's this?" I say, "This is Paul." "Yeah, goodbye." And they're like, "Yeah, who are you? You've been hanging around here all the time." I said, "Well, I'm Paul. I bring out the bands." They go, "You actually know the bands?" I said, "Do I know the bands? I'm the MC. I bring them on." And he was like, "Yeah, right. Who have you brought on?" I'm like, "You haven't asked me." I brought on Bon Jovi, Dokken, Poison, Tesla. I was like in the middle, 40,000 kids out there. And I go, "Hi, this is Paul Skinner." "Hi, Paul." Well, something like that. Anyway, I want to end the show today on 2 dance moves. And one of them is, this is like the dancing chicken. See here, that's one of them. That's one of them. And the other is the nervous engine. See, I'm the nervous engine. But anyway, that's the end of my show for this week. I've drawn it out a little bit more, and I hope to get better and better. As always, I'd like to thank Jason, thank you. Khalif, thank you. And thank you for watching. And as always, same old line, I bid you adieu.